If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Maybon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Tubby & Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans and Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby & Coos, more than books.
Kosh's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kosh's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is David D. Squared de Corbier with
Brian Held.
How the hell are you, buddy?
I am wonderful, man.
Nobody cares. As always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. Yeah, y'all know the spiel.
Yeah, we need to get to Skungy.
We have a spectacular show in store for you. We got Skungy. We have Greg from Mississippi Comic Con.
Yeah.
And then we got This Weekend Geek History and Top Nerd News and all that jazz. So without much further ado, let's bring on our boy Skungy and his pick of the week.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
He might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
What's happening, gentlemen? How you doing on this wonderful day?
We're great, man. All right, so what are we talking about today?
Mirror's Edge Catalyst just came out about a week ago.
That's a lot of fancy words.
It is. It's fancy for saying parkour the video game, basically.
Oh, wow.
Did they rip off Assassin's Creed?
Actually, no. This is actually a sequel to a game that came out in 2008.
Real quick, I'm just intrigued. Do you need to take Dramamine to play this game?
You might, because it is fast, and there's a lot of tumbles, and my stomach got a little queasy sometimes playing it, actually.
All right.
But it's fun for what it is.
Right. So you were saying it was a follow-up?
Yeah, it is. It's a follow-up for a game called Mirror's Edge that came out on the PlayStation 3, PC, and Xbox 360 in 2008. This is set 2 years after the events of that game, but the story is kind of like the story's hit and miss, so you can just jump into this game and you'll be okay with it.
So not very good plot or character development?
The plot's really... I just graze over the plot to get to the cool parkour parts of it.
All right, that's fair.
So basically the game is just running around the city called City of Glass. It's set in the future, and you use the rooftops to, like, curry items and whatnot to different people, and you can run and jump, wall run, and slide and tumble throughout this entire rooftop area.
So,
and that's the gist of the game, basically.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I'm thinking sci-fi, futuristic parkour courier is what you just told me.
Basically, yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of combat in it. I mean, if you're going to stop and fight somebody, the game gets clunky. It's meant to be like running and gunning, like kicking somebody as you're jumping through the air, then grabbing onto a pipe, and then leaping over a railing, and then dropping on somebody with a foot to their skull.
Yeah.
I'm not inspired for this one, Skungy.
It's like I said, it's fun if you like racing and platforming. It's really cool, and they have this really cool ability that you can start your own time trials. so you can make your own races that your friends can try to beat your score with. So that's pretty fun.
That was the one part I hated about some of the Assassin's Creeds was the damn timing runs, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, some people don't like them, but some people do. So if you like that kind of thing, you create your own races now.
So what's the platform's prices?
It's on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC, which I hate to say the game actually runs a lot better on PC.
Of course it does.
It's $59.99.
$59.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For parkouring?
Yeah, for parkouring. I mean,
parkouring.
You might want to wait a little. I mean, this one just came out, so people might be looking at it, but I would probably wait till the price drops before picking this one up.
Yeah.
Or buy it used at GameStop. Wink, wink, nudge,
or
nudge.
you could buy it used at GameStop, yes.
So, you're talking about prices and stuff, and then you mentioned, of course, PC, and I just feel compelled to add the Steam Summer Sale has started today.
I hate your face, Brian.
That is not good for people in their wallet.
I know, but it's awesome. You can buy hundreds, maybe even thousands of games that you will never play for rock-bottom prices.
Sunday at your PC Dome.
It's the Steam Challenge. Nobody will ever live up to the Steam Challenge. The Steam Challenge is that you finish all your games in your Steam library before you buy a new one.
Yeah. Right.
God.
Yeah, I failed that already.
But at such wonderful prices, how can you turn it down?
I know.
Yeah, I do. I've never played this game, but I bought it because it's $2.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a great price point. All right, Skungy, as always, thank you, and get the hell off the show.
No problem.
Love you, Skungy.
Why do you got to go say love? Why do you got to go make it awkward, Brian?
Because, Skungy's a good guy.
All right, whatever. All right, on the phone line we have Mr. Greg Hanks with Mississippi Comic-Con. Hold on a second. Where'd he go? There he is.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, Greg, how are you, sir?
Hey, man, I'm good.
Fantastic. So you have a little event going on in Mississippi and Jackson this weekend, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's our third year. It's Mississippi Comic-Con. It's going on this weekend.
Fantastic. That's going to be Saturday and Sunday. I believe 10 to 6 on Saturday and 11 to 5 on Sunday. Is that right?
That's right.
Cool. And so what can folks expect from this event?
Well, I mean, it's your typical Comic-Con. We've got celebrities from movies and TV, like Ernie Hudson will be there from Ghostbusters and The Crow. Rochelle Davis will be joining them from The Crow. We've got Power Rangers. So we've got wrestlers. We've got comic book artists, vendors, gaming tournaments, panels, all kinds of stuff.
Man, that sounds great, man. So, some of the gaming tournaments, I think I saw Magic: The Gathering, I believe, Fury of Dracula,
King of Tokyo.
Okay.
We're doing board gaming, and there's also going to be Super Smash Brothers tournament. We're going to have a GameStop demo booth set up.
Oh, that's great.
You gotta love GameStop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
they come with the boom too. They bring all kinds of swag to give away.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Well, cool. And so, comic book artists, you said you're going to be on site, I guess, taking commissions, having prints available.
Oh yeah, we've got Larry Hama, who's pretty much is the godfather of G.I. Joe. Michael Golden, which it's pretty cool because he co-created, X-Men Rogue, who's from a fictional town in Mississippi, so it's pretty awesome.
That is cool.
We've got Rodney Ramos, who worked on Green Lantern and Batman and Transmetropolitan. And we got Renee Witterstater, who edited She-Hulk and the Avengers and X-Files comics. Stephen Butler's a local guy from Mississippi. He actually
go ahead.
Designed our logo and is going to have an exclusive print for sale there. He worked on Spider-Man, Archie, all kinds of stuff. So
yeah, I've run into Stephen a few times.
Without comic artists.
Oh yeah, no, Stephen Butler's great, man. I loved interacting with him at a few conventions that I've seen. So guests, comic artists, gaming, of course, plenty of vendors out there too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's I think almost 100 booths.
What?
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I don't know where the Mississippi Trade Mart is. Where is that in Jackson?
Do you know where the Coliseum is, where they do WWE events and live music acts and things like that? It's right in front of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you now. All right.
Cool. So, and there's also now cosplay is a big thing for you guys too, right? And you have a cosplay contest going on, right?
Oh, yeah, cosplay is always huge. I mean, 50% of the people that will show up this weekend will be in some kind of cosplay. We do our costume contest on Saturday, and we have 3 judges from, Nicole Marie Jean is one of them, and 2 local girls that we've basically watched grow up with our shows. They've been the judges at our shows for the past 3 years since we started. So Hayden Hazard and Cammie Roebuck will be judges as well. So
yeah, no, those ladies are great. We met Nicole Marie Jean over at Dallas Fan Expo last year, and of course we saw Hayden Hazard recently at CoastCon. Yeah,
Yep.
Great ladies.
All right, so now
yeah.
the ticket prices, if you buy them in advance, or are those ticket prices still available, or is it now back to $20 a day? Or let me know. Talk to me.
Right now, if you buy them before midnight tomorrow, you can get $15 per day or $25 for the weekend.
Sweet.
And then day of prices go up to $20 and $30, which isn't a big difference, but I mean, we try to make it to where the whole family can come. And then kids from 2 to 8 years old is just $5 a day, and then any children under 2 is free.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. See, if you save that $10, you can go to a vendor and buy a pop figure.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the website MississippiComicCon.com. Of course, you have you're on Facebook as well, Twitter. Any other social media I'm missing?
No, that's pretty much it. We try to keep it to where we're the ones we're actually active on. We do a lot on Facebook. Twitter's, a lot of announcements, but we're on Facebook constantly.
Okay, cool. And in looking through the site earlier, I thought this was great. You've got a really good FAQ section, and a lot of conventions nowadays are about cost positivity and cosplay is not consent. And I love your anti-harassment policy. It doesn't specifically apply to cosplayers, but it applies to everybody. Essentially, don't be a jerk or we're going to throw you out, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, everybody's there to have fun. So, I mean, there's really no need for somebody to come in and try to cause any problems. And, of course, cosplay, not consent, all that, that's a huge thing in the community. But it's also, it applies to anybody. Everybody's there just to have fun. So if you're not having fun and you're trying to cause other people problems, we don't need you.
No, and I love it. I read through that today. I thought that was a fantastic way to put it.
Well, yeah, I think we got it. And it's Eventbrite, or can we buy the tickets at the website, or is it eventbrite.com?
Yeah, there's a link on our website that takes you straight to Eventbrite. That's the only way to purchase them ahead of time, and then at the door you can pay cash, credit cards. But right now, beforehand, it's just Eventbrite only.
All right, well, guys out there, Mississippi Comic Con going on all weekend, Saturday and Sunday
in Jackson,
Mississippi.
It's only 3 hours away, man.
Yeah, it's right up the road.
We're gonna have to wake up at the butt crack of dawn, but we'll be there.
Yeah, most definitely. So, Greg, do us a favor, hang on, and we're going to cut to a commercial break real quick, guys. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to have top nerd news, and of course. Little This Week in Geek History at the end of the show.
Hell yeah. That's the way we always close out the show. And then at 6:50, we're throwing it to the Zephyr. So stick around, guys. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by Lead Safe America.
A disabled vehicle blocking the left lane on I-310 northbound. It's between the Hillbox Bridge and Airline near milepost 4.7. Watch for a slowing in that area. We also have some slowing near De Gaulle on your way to the east bank of the Crescent City connection. Delays remain slow near Elysian Fields on I-610 east, approaching the high rise. And we also have a backup on the Riverbound Expressway from Carrollton up to the Crescent City connection going to the West Bank. I'm Lisa Bakke. Follow us on Twitter at TotalTrafficNO.
Do you live in a historic home? Are you renovating? Your children could be at risk of lead poisoning. It takes just a microscopic amount of lead dust to poison a child. Learn more at leadsafeamerica.org. This report is brought to you by Staples.
Tonight, Thursday, looking good, going to be fair, but warm. Temperatures falling through the 80s. Overnight lows tonight in the mid-70s. Now, for tomorrow and Friday, a nice day to wrap up the work week, but it's going to be sunny and hot. High temperature, 93 to 95. Over the weekend, a bit hotter, 95 to 97 for Saturday and Sunday. Not expecting much rain, but again, the heat and humidity will be with us as we wrap up the weekend into early next week. From the Fox 8 Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Bruce Katz with your Weather Authority forecast.
Staples has low prices on a wide variety of packing, shipping, and moving supplies for both business and personal needs. Right now, small boxes are just $1 when you buy 5 or more. Valid on same SKU only. Everything you need to move at the right price. Staples. Make more happen.
I am not a fan of surprises, so I love that Wells Fargo sends alerts if my account balance gets too low or if any unusual activity is detected on my debit or credit cards.
From knowing when your direct deposit cleared to helping you avoid fees, our account alerts keep you informed and in control.
It's like when I moved and my HBCU alumni network helped me find the best neighborhood, the best schools, and of course, the best barbecue.
Wells Fargo wants you to know where you stand with your banking, because knowing where you stand feels good. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile carrier's coverage area. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Nothing changes America like a role model. I had one growing up. My name is John Hope Bryant. I wear a suit today because my dad wore a suit when I was growing up. But kids want to be rap stars, athletes, and drug dealers all too often because that's what they see in their neighborhood. My mission now is to give them something different to see, and you play a role in it. It's called America 2020 and Hope Business in a Box Academies. Go to OperationHope.org today and join the movement to make school cool once again. Visit us on the web at OperationHope.org.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Flea Market.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
This is the Week in Geek.
Hail to the king, baby.
On Fox Sports 1280.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to the Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D Squared.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
All right.
Hail to the king, baby.
That's a good
pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Speaking of pillow talk, Brian.
Top nerd news?
Yeah. I have no idea what that segue means, but. And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, your top nerd news stories. Hey, now, Brian, you know what?
What's that?
We could probably do the intro now if we really, really wanted to.
Nah, we just get... Guys, look, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Our show streams on Spreaker. And
FoxSportsAM1280.com, where you can find all the galleries from all the pictures we'll probably take over at Mississippi Comic-Con this weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Swing.
Yep.
All right, so what's leading us off, man?
Let's see. Did you see Stan Lee has a new favorite cameo? You saw that?
Yeah, and his handler like slapped him upside the head as soon as he tried to say what it was.
Yeah, because it's one of the 3 that he shot in Georgia to be used in future films. So he teased it. He kind of worked around it.
Yeah, well, I didn't see what exactly was he hinting at.
Well, I mean, he was being super vague, right? We don't know.
It was a movie with comic book heroes.
Right, exactly.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to go with his favorite one was from Deadpool when he got to be in a fake strip club.
Yeah, as opposed to a real one.
Yeah, but it's in his contract so maybe they put him in another strip club. Who knows, man?
I could see Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy ending up in some alien strip club.
Oh my God, that would be awesome.
It wouldn't it? Maybe that's where he finds his dad.
Dad? Why are you on the stage, Dad?
So, since we're talking about Marvel. Have you seen the set photos from Spider-Man Homecoming with Tom Holland and Zendaya?
Yeah, the only ones I saw was just him in like a goofy little sweater and just her with her hair up. I mean, how can you call that like really like a set photo? It's just like somebody took their camera, shoved it above the fence, and went click.
They were on the set where the photo was taken.
I hate that crap. I mean, you can't get like something better than that,
But the thing that I find interesting is some of the feedback we've been getting on the Facebook page. People are not necessarily happy about this new offering in the Spider-Man.
Really?
Yeah. Some people are like, this is going to suck.
Why?
I don't know. I mean,
look, man. I mean, from Civil War, the running commentary of Spider-Man, the kid, the running commentary during the fight, even when he's fighting Winter Soldier, he's like, dude, cool arm. I mean, it is like the epitome of Spider-Man. I mean, I remember the first time I picked up a Spider-Man comic, I'm like, there's too many words, because I was like maybe like 10 years old. I'm like, I want something with less words, more guns, more violence. And I was just like, this guy talks too much. But now, as a talk show host, I'm just like, I really get into hearing people talk.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I really thought it was done well. And I mean, I got a lot more faith now that it's in Marvel's hands. I mean, it's back in its mama's hands.
Right.
So, mama's going to do right.
Yeah, no, and I mean, look, Tobey Maguire wasn't as necessarily witty enough, and then the second guy was witty, but he was real edgy about it.
Yeah, Andrew Garfield. Yeah, I liked him. He had the look too. He had cool hair.
He did.
And I'm jealous because I'm bald as a baby. But I mean, no, he had cool hair. But he didn't have that cool witty edge to it. It was more kind of like angsty.
Yeah, I'm angry a little bit.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I mean, I'm hoping if they stick to what they gave us in Civil War, I expect it to be a good movie. Now, I don't know. We'll see. But Sony's not involved, so hey, let's take what you can get.
Right. Speaking of studios, want to kind of bring up some more development from CBS Paramount.
God, I
folks.
Swear. All right, you talk about this, and I'll just chime in.
Well, so CBS has now officially released their guidelines for fan films.
Holy crap! I mean, we have the link on our Facebook page, people. If you have not seen it, just click on it, and there's a link that will lead you directly to what their guidelines are. I read the guidelines.
Right, and a lot of people are really kind of concerned.
They ought to be.
Right.
I mean, they basically said you can't do a damn thing. You can make some little 15-minute webisodes, and you can make 2, and you can never profit from it. You can't have anybody who's been tangentially related to a brother, sister's cousin of a Star Trek movie.
Well, the thing is that all these fan productions haven't been profiting on what they've been doing, right? But Star Trek Continues is an ongoing fan series that takes the original crew and kind of moves them on. And, folks are concerned about that. If you can't have like a continuing storyline past 2 episodes, how are you going to do that, right?
Right.
And I guess the other thing is about like you can't have anything that looks like it's been on Star Trek before. So I mean, how do you put something on the bridge of the Enterprise, right?
And didn't they say something where if you do use something, it has to be officially licensed, like costumes and stuff? Like you can't make your own costume?
It has to be stuff that
if you want to use it, you have to buy it from a officially licensed vendor.
Well, or you could probably make it yourself, but they don't want these third party there's a bunch of sites out of China that make costumes.
Well,
and
I mean,
stuff.
can I get one of those those licensed Star Trek bathrobes and just wear that and be like coming out the captain's quarters? Hey, baby, ensign, get in here.
Hey, look,
Nurse Chapel,
stop talking. We're gonna write that up. We're gonna script that. So.
Good Lord. But I think the biggest thing is the fact that you can't use anyone who's ever been in a Star Trek episode, movie, CBS, and or whatever the Abrams verse is in. Yeah.
So and that's part and parcel.
Like
from
Walter
Axanar.
Koenig. Like Walter Koenig, he did a bunch of stuff. Sulu. Takei.
Right. But just look at Axanar. Right. They got some really seasoned actors, good actors to portray characters in there, and they don't want that to happen. They don't want those.
Well, Richard Hatch wasn't in any of the in any of that stuff, huh?
No, but I think some of the other actors were.
Yeah, right.
I can't remember his name. The guy who played the Vulcan. But
so you know what they need to do? They need to just get everybody who was in like Galaxy Quest, get everybody who was in
right.
Star Kabakala, and everything else.
Well, what I want to see though, what I honestly am most anxious about is how is this going to affect Axanar? How is that all going to shake out?
Everything comes back to Axanar.
It does.
I mean, it really does. I mean, they're the ones who really have made a Star Trek movie that fans want. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And CBS is pissed.
Well, yeah, I mean, their pride is probably a little bruised.
Oh, man. So I honestly, I'm not going to say it's the death knell for the fan films in Star Trek universe, but it is a heavy blow.
Yeah, no, definitely. Doctor Who fans should be pretty happy. Peter Capaldi was included on a ballot for the first round of Emmy voting.
What?
Yes. For an episode Heaven Sent from this latest season of Doctor Who. It's a really good episode, too, because it really just focuses on Capaldi.
Since when does America care what British TV's doing?
I'm talking about Doctor Who fans.
I know, but I'm saying why? How did the Emmys get involved with that? I didn't even think I didn't think Doctor Who was even eligible.
Probably because of BBC America.
Oh, I see what they did there.
Yes.
Sneaky.
So, interestingly enough, Stephen Moffat is also on the list for voting for the same episode, which fans may or may not be happy about. But also, interestingly, too, David Tennant is up for an Emmy for his portrayal in Jessica Jones.
Oh.
Which
he was a bad guy, huh?
He was a super bad guy. And let me tell you what, I've enjoyed everything I've ever seen him in. I hope he gets it.
All right. Well, I was going to say, I haven't seen Jessica Jones, but you haven't seen Game of Thrones.
I've seen
The Battle of the Bastards, the one that just happened.
I saw some behind-the-scenes footage of it, so...
All right, well, I'm gonna do a recap with our friend out in Waco later on tonight, and then, we'll put it up on the Facebook page. But basically, The Battle of the Bastards was the best episode they've had, and it was like almost Braveheart-esque with the battle scenes, and it was pretty epic, man. So
86 hours of filming for that entire scene. So,
all right, one last thing before we go to break. I don't know.
Which one do you want to bring up? Brian?
Legos.
No, the Legos. Okay. The Legos reveals its first Doctor Strange set, the Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum.
I know, dude. The picture is awesome. It's got like all the little tentacles coming out of the portal.
So you could reuse it as a Cthulhu Lego playset, is what you're saying?
Pretty much is what I was going to spray paint that stuff green instead of red, and then
I guess we'll have to get it for Ernie for Christmas.
We should. All right, man. So let's go to break, and then when we come back, we'll close out with the segment that we call
This Week in Geek History.
Yeah.
Use your words, Dave.
Thank you. All right, guys, stay tuned. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
Accident was being moved out of the roadway on I-10 West at Causeway, and we are seeing a backup from Causeway out to Power Boulevard. Traffic is also heavy on I-610 East, approaching the high-rise. Delays back to Elysian Fields. We had an earlier breakdown northbound on I-310 just before Airline Highway. those lanes are now open. I'm Lisa Baque. Follow us on Twitter at Total Traffic NO.
Right now, there's a girl in India who has dreams bigger than her village. Right now, there's an elder in Guatemala who dreams of a life of greater dignity and less loneliness. You can help change the future of one person in a single moment. Begin the change at unbound.org.
I just signed up for low balance alerts from Wells Fargo.
We'll send you a text when your account balance drops below a certain amount.
It's like getting notified when you're almost at your data plan limit because you've been watching too many cat videos.
And it's a balance limit you set, so you know when it's time to put more money into the account.
And you either add more data or only watch cat videos on Wi-Fi because you have to watch cat videos.
Wells Fargo wants you to know everything about your checking account because knowing where you stand feels good. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
I've always wanted a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor. Mr. Rogers passed along friendship in his neighborhood, hoping we would do the same. So let's get started. Friendship. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
At iHeartMedia, we have harnessed the power of sound in a way that can help you expand your reach to a new group of target customers and grow your business through customized and effective advertising. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
Hey, I'm talking to the guys out there. No, not you, Mr. Red Carpet movie star. The ones who get ready in a bathroom, not a dressing room. Real guys like you and me. Guys who want to look good but don't want to spend a lot of time doing it. Wall has you covered. They make heavy-duty beard trimmers for guys who just want to get in, get out, and get on with their day. So what are you waiting for? Get going. Go to wallgrooming.com. That's WAHL grooming.com.
It's 3 p.m. School's out for America's kids. And when school's out, clubs are in. It's time to support the Boys and Girls Clubs. Visit greatfutures.org.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway, across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Flea Market.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate, will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to
Starscream here, and you are listening to The Week in Geek, Fox Sports, 1280 AM. Call me Lord.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
D-Squared.
I love that rejoinder.
I know, dude. I don't know what it is about it. I mean, I love me some Optimus Prime, but man, dude, your boy is so good, though, man.
Oh, he is. You know how much...
Steve Bloom.
We have so much stuff in the vault that you need
I know.
to cut.
I mean, I finally put together the Crypt Keeper that we had lying around since the old station.
No, we have stuff we haven't even aired.
Do we?
We do.
I think we do. I think you're right. I think we even have Richard Hatch.
We do have Richard Hatch. We also have John Delancey.
Oh, yeah, Q. Yeah, that's
exactly.
right.
All right.
He kind of big-timed us.
He did.
He did. We were a lowly little radio station back then.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Brian, we wanted to do Book of the Month, right?
I wanted to go ahead. It's getting close to the end of the month. I want to just go ahead and mention it again for our folks out there.
All right, Brian. So what is the book again?
So the book of the month is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, debut novel by American author Ransom Riggs. And it's really, really cool story. My wife and chief librarian of the show harangued me.
Harangue, dude, that's a good word.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Well played, sir.
You know, because I'm like, I've got all these other books over here that I really need to get in a list. And she's like, you will put this book on the book of the month. Oh, yeah. No, but.
Well, in your defense, you were harangued.
But reading through it, no, I mean, it is a really cool book where the guy essentially takes some found photos from like a garage sale.
Right.
You know, you come across weird old black and white photos.
Like
or
at
whatever.
Kasha's Bazaar?
Yes.
Sing! Damn,
Yeah.
I'm good.
And, of course, he takes those photos and builds a narrative to it and builds this crazy story.
Yeah, I really do like that. I mean, it was kind of like, it reminds me of that book that Ernie was talking about with the monster book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good book.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. So the result is a story about a boy who follows clues from his grandfather's old photographs, which lead him on an adventure that takes him to a large abandoned orphanage on a Welsh island. So it's in my queue. I haven't read it yet. My wife has.
Queue? What are you, British now? What the hell? It's in my queue.
Well, they queue for everything, right? Yeah. So, all right. Well, cool.
Well, I mean, all right, so now that book is only available at Tubby & Coos, right?
For a 10% discount for our listeners. If you go and mention that you heard it on the show, she'll give it to you for a 10% discount.
And if you bring her a bunch of used books, that she'll not even knock the price off because then you can turn
credit.
it in for store credit.
Yeah.
Or if you just feel like buying cool stuff, doesn't Kimberly Richardson sell tea there?
She does.
I feel like we should all of a sudden sell the sham wow here. I feel like we're shilling the hell out of stuff.
We are.
But hey, no, the tea's really good. I got some at the Time Fest.
Yes, and I actually have some of my enemy's tears in my kitchen.
Who
right
doesn't
now.
have their enemy's tears, Brian?
That's a blend from Kimberly Richardson. So anyway.
Also available at the Etsy store and Tubby & Coos.
Right.
All right, now, Brian, do we want to do Word of the Day? Let's do Word of the Day. We haven't done a Word of the Day in forever.
And now it's time for the Word of the Day.
Hell, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time. Shake it back!
The Word of the Day.
I love it. Say it one more time. Shake it back!
The Word of the Day is brought to you by the Vaping Tiger. Find them on the web at vapingtiger.com. The Word of the Day.
All right, Brian. The Word of the Day is gaucherie.
And it so applies to you.
It does. And actually, you're going to have to check my gaucherie this weekend because it's a lack of social grace, sensitivity, or awkwardness, crudeness, and tactlessness.
Wow, does that sum you up?
My
to a T?
God, does it. Schadenfreude, gaucherie du Corbier. Oui, oui, poo, poo. Gaucherie, yeah, but it's spelt like it's all Frenchified. Gauch.
Yes.
E-R-I-E.
Yeah.
Gaucherie. So I will try to keep my gaucherie in check. I'll put it in queue behind my good manners.
Fair enough.
All right, Brian, we're clearing. We're getting close to the end of the show. Should we wrap up our show the way we always do?
We should.
All right, this week in Geek History.
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future! Yes! Oh my gosh!
This week in Geek History is brought to you by Five Stones Media. Find them on the net at fivestonesmedia.com. This week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right, I think I got some good ones on here.
You think?
I think so.
You better.
Yes.
Bring your A game in.
All right, so on June 20th, 1997, directed by Joel Schumacher and starring George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's
Oh my God, is that the Batman bat nipple?
Yeah, Batman and Robin.
Bat nipple.
Of which George Clooney is still apologizing for his role
As
in that
well
movie.
he should. As well he should, man. You know, he was a rising star at the time, and then all of a sudden, forever, he's just known as Batnip.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who thought it was a good idea to like do extra zoom in close-ups of their butts and their nipples? I mean, it was just poor choice of cinematography there.
Yeah, and I was actually reading a good article the other night about the DC cinematic universe and how it's just this rocky road of just ups and downs about, they come out with something good and then they do too much good and kind of follow it up. And
then
it
they follow
falls
with
flat.
a Tim Burton.
Yeah. It's...
Well, one of the scenes that I did like from that movie, and it never relived itself again when I watched it on the TV. But when I was in the theater, when they had that big black light scene where Robin is fighting the
gang,
and they all got like black light clothing on, that was a really cool scene in the theater.
Yeah.
But then once you watch it at home, it just doesn't have that same oomph.
You're
to
like,
it.
this is so 1993, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it says something when your 10-year-old watches it and he's like, "Tell me they have more and it's nothing like that." I'm like, "Yes, son. There's better Batmans coming."
Yeah.
Better Batman.
All right, next on my list, June 21st, 1979. Sony announces the Walkman tape player to the public in Japan.
Wait, what year?
1979.
So they got the Walkman before us?
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, and it's interesting because, before it was released, the press totally lampooned it. They were like, customers aren't going to be interested in something that doesn't, like a tape player that doesn't have a record function, right?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, the concept of, walking around to the beat of your own drum.
Yeah, and they had, somebody from the press pointed out they had 30,000 Walkman units for sale at the time when they went to release. And despite the time, the most popular player in the market had failed to sell 15,000 units. They're like, are you guys crazy? Right? You've made way too much. But they proceeded to the market, and and they went to celebrities and young people to kind of push it out.
Here, take this, walk around and let everyone see you using it.
Exactly. In less than a month, completely sold out.
Well, I remember having those old the old record function like cassette players that was like a big clunky square thing, and you had to press play and record at the same time, and the volume just never cranked up very loud.
Oh yeah,
and I don't even know if it had an earphone jack.
It's
like the earphone jack revolutionized
right.
music.
But Sony ended up selling after 10 years, sold 50 million of these things.
And then the knockoff Walkmans came out.
Of course. And Walkman is listed in the Oxford English Dictionary as a term synonymous with cassette player.
Well, as well it should be.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Another one I got is June 22nd, 1633. Italian astronomer Galileo, at age 70, is forced by the Inquisition to abjure, curse, and detest his heliocentric theories that the sun, rather than the earth, is the center of the universe.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Pretty much.
So wait, didn't they make him? Did they make him kill himself?
No,
or did they kill him?
He was condemned to a formal prison of the Holy Office for an indeterminate period. Served the pleasure of the Inquisition's judges and ordered to recite the 7 penitential psalms once a week, every week for 3 years.
Oh my God!
Yes. However, the Pope moderates the sentence by specifying it'll be served under house arrest. So
for 3 years, every day, or just once a week, he had to recite the penitentiary psalms
once a week.
Wow.
And what's interesting is on October 31st of 1992, Pope John Paul II regrets the handling of the matter and makes a declaration acknowledging the errors.
Yo, Galileo, sorry.
pretty much.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What's next?
On June 23rd, 1976... There's another one you got to guess. Uh-oh. Directed by Michael Anderson, starring Michael York, Richard Jordan, Jenny Gunner, and Farrah Fawcett. It's...
I have no idea.
Logan's Run.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I don't remember any of the actors or actresses.
Yeah. It's a good movie for its time. It's definitely a cult classic. I mean, it hasn't aged very well.
No. I mean, we just talked about it a couple weeks ago because they're talking about rebooting it for some ungodly reason.
There's so much new stuff, guys. We don't.
No, there's not, Brian. We're going to reboot everything as much as we can. We don't want to have original thoughts because those hurt my brains.
All right, here's an interesting one. On June 24th, 1947. Is the first known sighting of an unidentified flying object.
What?
And it exploded.
Did it? Did it explode?
No, it's pilot Kenneth Arnold reports noticing 9 luminous discs he describes as saucers as he flies near Mount Rainier in Washington. Sorry, Rainier.
Rainier.
Yes. So, are we getting close?
No, I just wanted to play X-Files.
Oh, no, that's a good choice.
I want to believe, Brian.
So do many of us.
I just don't understand why. I don't know. Why is it always the crazy people? Why is it always the crazy people who have to come out with these stories of how I was anally probed by,
Right.
I mean, why? Why does it have to go there? Why can't it be like, hey, we actually saw something in the air. Here's some cool pictures. And then somebody screws it up with Photoshop.
Who was it, the author that we had on who wrote about intelligent life not existing?
That's a terrifying thought, though.
No, but but it was just funny because he schooled you on the air. That was a couple of years ago.
See, I've obviously conveniently forgotten that.
All right, last item on my list, June 25th, 1982.
Oopsie. I was still playing X-Files.
No, that's cool. Monty Python releases Live at the Hollywood Bowl, featuring live versions of their best skits. And if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth the watch.
I've seen it.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you've seen Monty Python, you've seen the skits that they've done. They're just doing them live in front of a studio audience.
Oh, man, that actually sounds cool.
Yeah, it is very
cool.
That. Well, it exists on DVD just for you, Dave.
Well, yeah, for me. All right, Brian.
Ready for birthdays?
I think we are. Yes, birthdays.
All right, on the
we'll
20th, Nicole Kidman.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, on the
my God, wasn't she in? No, I was.
Days of Thunder, Batman Forever, Cold Mountain, The Interpreter.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm thinking of who was Vicky Vale in the first Batman? Oh God, not Nicole Kidman. Man. I'll forget. I'll remember after the show.
Yeah, probably so. All right, let's see who else we on the 21st. Larry Wachowski, one half
the Wachowski brothers,
one half of the
Matrix?
Wachowski brothers. Yes.
How many times did you see the Matrix in the theater?
In the theater,
yeah.
A couple 3 times, but I've got it. I watch it regularly.
Well, so does AMC. AMC likes to play the hell out of that movie,
dude. I like.
I mean, no, it is a good movie. I went and saw it like 3 or 4 times in the theater myself.
Yeah. All right. Next one's your favorite on the 22nd. Yay. Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. There you go, my man.
Happy
Hail
birthday.
To the king.
Yes. On the 23rd, Josh Whedon.
Josh?
That's what I said.
I
Josh.
thought you said Josh.
No, Josh
Whedon. Yes.
Whedon.
We know who he is.
Yes, he is. Let's see. On the 24th, do you know who this is? Peter Weller.
RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
And Buckaroo Banzai.
That's true.
Yeah.
I forgot about Buckaroo.
And on the 25th.
Aren't they remaking that too?
Okay, so I think Kevin Smith is doing something with a TV series for Buckaroo Banzai, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't talk about playoffs.
Reboots.
Are you kidding me? Playoffs?
All right. And what else? Well, let's wrap up the show.
On the 25th, Linda Cardinelli, she played Velma on Scooby-Doo.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This has been another exciting installment of The Week in Geek. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Check out the Instagrams. Download the podcast at foxsportsam1280.com and Spreaker.
iTunes.
YouTube. Well, my tube. YouTube.
Okay.
All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
AutoZone presents Peak Performance. Maximizing fuel economy, engine life, and overall performance doesn't take a lot. Just the bare minimum, thanks to fuel treatment and fluids from AutoZone. And right now, get a 16-ounce can of Seafoam motor treatment for just $7.99. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner, so you can fix your car with confidence. Hoods up, America.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
See store for restrictions and details.
The Home Depot is pouring more into paint, more washability, more stain-blocking magic, and more savings on trusted Behr Ultra Interior paint, now at a new lower price, just $28.98 a gallon. Inside or out, Behr Ultra goes on easily. And because it's Behr, you know the job's going to turn out looking great and stay that way. Behr Ultra for a limited time at a new lower price, just $28.98 a gallon. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only, valid through July 31st.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all